Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel and I make videos about books. So today I am going to be reading popular summer books. So these are either books that came out this summer and I've been wanting to read and I've heard them get a lot of hype, or like some of them didn't come out this summer but they came out and they're summer related and I've heard them talked about. They're basically just summer books, okay? And we're gonna be reading them. A lot of them have summer in the name, or they have the summer vibes, or they were just very popular this summer. So I'm doing this video because I am a huge seasonal mood reader. I love reading like romances only in the summer, and then heavy thriller reading in the fall, and like classics in the winter. This year I have been catching up a lot on past like popular romance reads because I've been in such a romance reading mood this summer. So I've been reading a lot of things like the Off-Campus series, like the really popular books like The Spanish Love Deception, The Unhoneymooners, like things like those that came out a while ago but I had never read. And so I wasn't really reading any new releases, and summer is coming to a close, so I was freaking out and was like, I need to read these, because if not, I'm gonna wait till next year and then I'm gonna fall behind on those new releases and it's just gonna be this long spiral. So that is why this week we are going to be reading a bunch of different summertime reads. So I have 5 books, I think, that I'm reading, and I'm just gonna basically talk about them as I go. It's gonna be a very like relaxed vlog. So yeah, thank you for watching, and let's start the reading. So the first book that I read was My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, and this book was spicy. Let me tell you that. It was not what I expected. The mystery lacking, very much lacking. How they wrapped it up made no sense. There were no like foreshadowing for what it was, and I think Miss Bailey didn't even know where she was going with this. It was focused very much on the couple and their sex life, but it was a great like by the pool read. Absolutely no spark between them except for their sex life, but it was a good tiny little read. 3 out of 5. Hello, I am back again, still reading Reckless Girls, and it's still so good. It is so easy to get through. Like, I'm having a lovely time reading it. I am like a little over halfway through, and I don't know if I know what's gonna happen. I have a few guesses. I like to, in thrillers, like write down the guesses that I have. So like the yellow marker, the yellow tabs are guesses. So we'll see if I'm right. But yeah, the setting, the characters, like all of it is just immaculate. So I'm gonna read it and probably just get back to you when I'm done, because I'm like 100 pages away. So okay, so I finished reading, yes, I finished reading Reckless Girls, and it was so good. The ending, at first I was like, I don't know about this ending, this direction she took. I feel like I guessed a lot of it, but then also didn't guess some parts. And I like thrillers that I can guess. Like if they just throw out an ending from like left field and I like have no chance of guessing it, then I'm just like, that was a cop out. So really good in that front. But yeah, at first I was like, I don't know if I really like this ending. And now that I've like sat with it for a few minutes, I'm like, no, that was a good ending. Especially like the epilogue. I don't know. It's kind of giving Promising Young Woman vibes, that movie, a little bit. But it was good, very entertaining, very quick read. I don't know, probably like a 4.5, just because the ending wasn't my favorite thing. That's really all I have to say about that. I don't know what the next book I'm going to read will be. Okay, I think I'm gonna read Funny You Should Ask next. This is a cute little rom-com that came out this summer, and I've heard a bunch of people talk about it, so gonna see. It's about like this journalist who interviews this celebrity and then they like fall in love, something like that. So I'll start this and let you know. So I am reading Funny You Should Ask, and I am pleasantly surprised. I hadn't heard the most raving reviews of it, but it's actually pretty good. I feel like it has kind of sophisticated humor in a way. Like, it's very funny. Maybe it's because the characters are like 30 and I'm used to reading 20-year-olds, but it feels more like mature, you know? But that being said, it also is slightly love at first sight, which I thought I was fine with, but I guess I'm not, because I keep just being like, how do you know you actually like her? Like, you've spent 24 hours together. Like, let's calm down. So that's been weird, but I don't know. It has a lot of good quotes. The girl in it is a writer and like a writing student, which is fun. Yeah, I love when books the author like makes one of the characters a writer, because it just like feels so authentic, because that's who they are. But yeah, I'm almost done with it. I have like 100-ish pages left, so I'll keep you updated. But so far, really liking it. Only a few pet peeves. I really like it, if you can't tell from these annotations. Big fan. Let me just read a quote. This probably will only apply if you're like a writer, and no, but it could apply for anything. I just liked it. Anyway, the character in the book is a writer, and she's talking about like how her ex and her would play this game where they would make like the perfect day. Like, what would the perfect day be? And they would talk about it. And so she describes hers, and it sounds like a good day. So she's at a bookstore and she says, but the thing that would make it the perfect day would be that when I went to check out, the salesperson would recognize me. "It's you," they'd say, and then point to a shelf where my book was prominently displayed. "Would you mind signing some copies?" they'd ask. "We're big fans of your work." It's just so cute. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of talk about her job and like creative passions, more so than just their love story, which is always great. I wasn't sold on their connection until now. I don't know, I'm kind of more for them. Like, it's still insta love, which is cringe, but I'm also kind of a hopeless romantic who's like, love at first sight can be real. Ugh. hate that for me. Hate that so much. But I like her style of writing. It's very funny, very real, and it like keeps you very engaged. So really good so far. This book is making me realize how much I am not a dog person. Like she keeps describing how like she loves smelling the dog and letting the dog lick her fingers, and I'm like, ugh. That is disgusting. But at the same time, I will literally shove my face into my cat's face and like take a giant smell of him and be like, you smell so good. Like he's wearing perfume. I'll have my whipped cream for my coffee and I'll put some on my finger and then I'll be like, take a little lick, Venus, my cat. And that's fine. But if I did that with my dog, well, my parents' dog, like I wouldn't do that. I never stopped to smell my parents' dog or like let him lick me. Like, ugh. But I'm fine if a cat does it. Like, to think that I went like 21 years of my life thinking I hated cats. Book is really good. Still, I have been highlighting so many things and it's very relatable, like the things that she's saying about her career and like not feeling like she's good enough. It hits home to, I feel like, Gen Z and millennials. This author just has such a great way of creating vivid characters. Like Jeremy, the ex-husband, I can so vividly see in my head, and I've met Jeremy's, and yeah, he's like getting on my nerves, which is the point, because I can so vividly see him. I can't get over this book. Like I love it. I love it. I think this is like my first like genuine romance 5-star read. Okay, why I'm so excited is because, without spoiling anything, let me gather my thoughts. So I feel like this is like a second chance romance, and I feel like a lot of the times authors will have a stupid reason that they stop talking, or like a misunderstanding that you as the reader is like, that's so dumb, and like, how are they so dense that they didn't understand what the other person was thinking? But this misunderstanding is like, actually, I was like, yeah, girl, leave. But at the same time, I was like, wait, but why'd he say that? And I was like, what's happening with him? And I was confused, but I was like, okay, whatever, keep reading. And then it was explained, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. But I didn't catch on because it was like unique enough. I don't know, it was just so good. And it was so funny because once it was all explained, then what was going on in her head and in my head, the reader, was so stupid and so off base when you knew what like actually happened. I don't know why this book has gotten so much hate. Like, I've only heard negative things, really. Or just like people being like, meh, 2.5 star. It was okay. I love it. Ah. Anyway, I have like 20 pages left, so let's finish it. Another thing that I love about this book is that she is so good with callbacks, and like, I'm gonna be left with no questions, which I love. Some people don't love that. I love it. I love a book to be wrapped up seamlessly. I think it's a great like showmanship of authorship. It made no sense. I think when writers don't wrap it up, I think that's a writing flaw. There, I said it. I think people can pass off and be like, they're letting you pick the ending. But no, that's not my job as a reader. No, that's your job as a writer. Spell it out for me, okay? And she did that. She spelled it out. She would like mention a little scenario, a little scene earlier on in the book that you're like, okay, this is just like some random one-off thing that she's talking about. And then it'll connect so perfectly later on. Like one of those moments just happened and I'm like, I understand why she put that in there because now it connects. I love it. Anyway, I literally have 5 pages left. I just needed to say that. So I'm gonna finish the 5 pages and then I'll get back to you. Easy 5-star. Easy. This is the book that I have been looking for this whole year. Like just a book that I connect with and I feel so deeply, and I love the writing, and it is a full body experience. That's this. Like it feels like it was written for me to read. I have no idea why people didn't like this. It's so good. Like it was mature and nuanced and all of the words. And the only thing that I didn't like was that they technically had only spent like 6 whole days together and then they got engaged. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Don't like that. I think I would have preferred them at the end to have just like been in a relationship, you know, maybe spend some time together and then have an epilogue that is like they got married 3 years later, you know? Like just put a little bit of reality back in. Because I don't mind insta love apparently, because I love a good story. I love a good, this would never actually happen in real life, but it's fun to read about it and imagine that, you know? I love that. I prefer that, honestly. But you gotta like add a little bit of reality. Like at the end, they just get into a relationship, not they get married, you know? Yeah. I hope that wasn't a spoiler. It definitely was, but like it's a rom-com. You know that they're always gonna get engaged at the end. So, not a spoiler. It kind of, but yeah. Anyway, it's like 1 and my brain is fried because I've been writing and reading and stuff, and it hurts. Yeah, so good. 5-star. Love. Hello. Today, for the next book, I'm reading One Italian Summer, which this book I have also mainly only heard bad things about, but I own it and I have to see for myself. Anyway, I am 50 pages into it and the main character, not obsessed with. I think that was the main problem for a lot of people, and I definitely get where it's coming from because her mom died, which is sad, but she's like obsessed with her mom. And like, I love my mom so much and I get it, but like, it's kind of Freudian, like an inverse Freudian situation, which is strange. Also, her husband in it, the sweetest guy. He seems so nice. and like the perfect husband and so good to her and is like helping her through this, and she's so rude to him. She's like, ugh, I need a break from you. You disgust me. I am going to Italy. Like, he tries to give her a hug when she's leaving, and she's like, get away from me. Like, don't touch me. And this man is so sweet. So yeah, I don't know if, I mean, it was obviously intentional, but I feel like it's gonna be like, he seemingly was the perfect husband, but I was not in love with him like I was in love with my mother. And she's meeting this new guy in Italy, so it kind of is a love story. We'll see. It's been fun though to read. Like, I like the descriptions of Italy. It's cute, it flows well. Yeah, I can't complain on that front. Just the main character is kind of weird. I'm on page like 100 and it's good. I want it to be a movie. I wish I was watching this, not reading it. Just the scenery descriptions are on point. I'm wondering if like she actually went to Italy to write this, because it feels very vivid, which is good. And yeah, I am still not sold on her new little romance that she's got going on. I'm like, it's giving insta love, definitely. And I love a good insta love, as we already went over with Funny You Should Ask, but this one just feels like there's no real connection between them. It's just like she found a hot guy in Italy, so she's like, are we soulmates? Like, no, the guy you've been with for 8 years is maybe not your soulmate, but like a good partner. Stay with him. I don't know. The guy, like, her husband's just, he seems so nice. Like, there's no flaws to him. I wish she made flaws for him. But whatever. We're gonna keep reading. And yeah, it's a very short book. It's only 250 pages, so I don't know. I don't think I'll finish it tonight because it's getting late, but I think I'm gonna make it at least halfway. So that's fun. Hello. I am almost done with the book, and I feel like the only way for it to redeem itself is if her husband hooks up with a girl. Like, if he also finds a new match while she's gone, then that could make up for it, I think. But that's like the only way. If not, like, no, she just sucks, and that's the end of that. I don't know if this is like just straight up like magical realism or whatever, where there is no logical explanation, or if there's gonna be a logical explanation. I don't know. We'll see. Scenery is still really great, and my hand is very tired from holding this camera up. So I'm gonna go to bed. I have like 80 pages left, so I'll finish it tomorrow and let you know. I finished the book. We got some tears going, but like happy tears. And yeah, I liked it. All of these books that everyone said they didn't like, I ended up really liking. Why am I crying so much? Stop it. If a Victorian child saw me crying on a camera right now, they would absolutely have a heart attack. They'd be like, what is she doing? Get yourself together. I feel like, again, this was a book that I was meant to read. that I needed to read. Anyone with a like slightly overprotective mom needs to read this. And the end was so good. Like, it was exactly everything I wanted. And just the lines in here, some of them I was like crying, obviously. And yeah, this is such a cute short little read. And now I want to read her other one, the In 5 Years book, because I liked this. And just because other people didn't like it doesn't mean I should think that that's the same for me and not read it, you know? I need to learn to do that more often, because honestly most of the time when people don't like a book, that's the book that I end up liking. It's weird. I'm just so contrarian. I loved this. It's another 5-star read for me. What is happening? This is really good. Maybe like 4.5. No, I'm just gonna say 5. We're basing it off of vibes, and the vibes are great right now. Now I'm gonna read a very popular book that everyone seems to love. I have literally not heard anybody say they didn't love this book, which is making me think maybe I will hate it. And that is Every Summer After. And yeah, I'm gonna go to the pool in my backyard and read it, because I think that will be good vibes, and I need to wash my hair because it's disgusting, so might as well go swim. Hello, we're outside. It's kind of a cloudy day. Not cloudy, but it's just like, I don't need sunglasses. As I say that, the sun literally comes out. I'm gonna read, do a little reading. This pool is very warm. It kind of feels like a bath because it has been so hot outside. Oh my gosh, literally as I was saying that, the sun comes out. Yeah, that's cool. I guess I need sunglasses. These are my mom's. They look very mom-like, but that's fine. They were readily available. Anyway, got my water. It took all the strength in me not to grab an alcoholic drink at 2 p.m. because anytime I'm at the pool, I feel like I need alcohol. That's something to unpack. Yeah, we got Every Summer After. I'm gonna read it, see how it is. I have heard so much hype about it, as I'm sure you have too. And yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how I feel about childhood friends to lovers. It like never really did it for me. And maybe that's just because like I have never had a childhood friend to lovers experience, but we'll see. I'm only 25 pages in, so just the beginning, but I kind of feel like I already know what the twist that like broke them apart is. I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like I know. Is that crazy? Also, tell me why this character of the girl has a bald spot. Look at her. That one. Do you see it? She has like a bald spot. I think it's just a trick of the lighting, and they were trying to make it look like her hair was shiny, but it looks like girly has a massive like George from Seinfeld bald spot right there, which is funny. I can't unsee it now, so I hope you can't either. Guys, this is just as good as everyone said it was. No surprise there. It's addicting. Like, I'm 100 pages in, a third of the way through, and I can't stop reading it. I want to know what happened. The vibes are immaculate. I feel like I'm there. Their connection is so cute. I love it. It's great. My dog is up there looking at me so confused because he's like, who are you talking to? Also, when I said I had a theory, I guess I'm wrong because it seems like she did something wrong, and my first thought was that he did something wrong. So, but I've heard it's something like big, which is why I'm wanting to finish it to see what it is. This thing on my head is a pimple patch, not like some weird scab. I just took a shower, and while I was in the shower, I was thinking about this book, obviously, and I have a different guess for what she did wrong, and I feel like it's correct. I just wanted to update that I have a new guess. Should I just say it? I'm gonna say it. I think, but yeah, I think that's correct. I am 2/3 of the way through this book. I'm at page 212 out of 300, and this book is incredible. I have not felt such a visceral experience reading a book in so long. People have described it as Love in Other Words and the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, and I haven't read Love in Other Words. I now definitely need to, but I have read the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy as a child, and then I read it like last year again, and it's definitely reminiscent of that. I just read the scene when Sam is like describing the different body parts using medical lingo on Percy, and why was that so attractive? I was like out of breath reading it. This book is so good and so cute, and like genuinely you can feel their connection and the history. And I said at the beginning of this video that I wasn't sure if I liked childhood friends to lovers, but I stand corrected. I do like it. I don't know why I thought I didn't. It's so good. It's like, you know, sometimes romance books can miss that like emotional part. Like they have the passion, but they don't have that emotional connection. Childhood Friends to Lovers does, because they grew up together. Also, I've been listening to Folklore, Taylor Swift, that album, and it goes so perfectly as a like playlist for this book. It's perfect. I am really enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna finish it tonight because it's so good. Everyone was correct. Not overhyped. Hi, I finished. And she's crying again. Happy cries all around today. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, and this book was so good. It hurts because it was so good. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was just so good. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Go read this book. Okay, final thought, I think, on this book. I just want to talk about Delilah because I feel like I just breezed over that. What a baddie. Her friend Delilah, I love her. She had such a great character arc. Like, she started out as the bully who was like boy obsessed and like you didn't like, and then she ended up as like this badass political science feminist girly who is also a great friend. I love her. Okay, I'm filming the outro for this video on the same day that I'm filming the intro, so that's why I look the exact same, because I am the exact same. Those clips were taken a second apart. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my little commentary, no matter how scatterbrained it was. and let me know if you have read these books and how you liked them. Do you agree with my opinions? Do you agree that I feel like this video was such a heavy 5-star video, like so many 5 stars. So I would love to know if you also think these books are 5 stars, or if you're like, no, I actually hated that book. I'd love to know. Let's start some banter in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe and that stuff, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.